Life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes the weight of emotional pain can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you there is a way to shield yourself from hurt, to walk through life with an inner peace that no external force can shake? The teachings of Buddhism provide us with a path, a series of simple yet profound steps that allow us to rise above the chaos and live with true freedom. In this video, we'll be exploring 6 essential steps that, if mastered, can help you navigate life without ever feeling hurt again. Lesson 1. Recognize your feelings. Realizing how you feel is the first thing that you need to do to never feel hurt again. It might seem easy, but this is one of the most important lessons in Buddhism. Emotions come and go like waves, and sometimes they hit us hard. We let these feelings rule us though, if we don't take the time to understand them. When you recognize your feelings, you let yourself feel them without judging them. When you're hurt, sad, angry, or upset, don't try to hide or push those feelings away. Instead, you should thank them. Write down what they are. Say to yourself, I am upset right now, when you're upset. By recognizing your feelings, you take control of them instead of having them control you. Buddhism says that feelings come and go. We feel things in our minds like the wind blows through the trees. They don't make us who we are. They're not forever. We can start to see them for what they really are, temporary states of thought if we watch them without getting attached to them. When you realize that your feelings are not set in stone, you can stop letting them control your happiness. This is the key to never getting hurt again. To get better at this, set aside some time every day to be still and notice your feelings and thoughts. Don't judge or try to change them. Just watch. As time goes on, you'll find that when you stop fighting your emotions, they become less strong. They go away, just like clouds do. You'll learn how to handle your feelings without getting swept away by them. You can't move forward on this trip until you understand how you feel. We can only start to heal and keep ourselves safe from future harm if we understand what we are going through. This practice frees us because it lets us accept that we are human and not let our feelings run our lives. Lesson 2. Create clear boundaries. Setting clear limits is the second step. Setting limits on what we can and cannot accept from others and from ourselves is important for our mental health. A lot of us have emotional pain because we don't set clear boundaries. As a result, what other people do and say can hurt us badly. Setting limits doesn't mean being cold or cutting people out. It means being aware of and honoring your limits. Buddhists believe that self-compassion is a key part of setting healthy limits. As long as you love and respect yourself, your energy and feelings will be safe. You don't let people take advantage of your kindness or go too far. What hurts you the most? Does it bother you when someone talks badly to you or doesn't value your time? No matter what it is, it's important to figure out what sets off these triggers and put limits on them. For instance, if you find that some people in your life are always negative or taking your energy, you can stay away from them or limit your time spent with them. We should also set limits for how we treat ourselves. Our own inner critic can cause us a lot of mental pain at times. We need to learn to set limits for ourselves by stopping the negative things we say to ourselves and not believing the bad things we tell ourselves. Treat yourself with compassion and kindness, just like you would a close friend. Once you've set these limits, you need to make sure everyone knows what they are. Tell people what's okay and what's not okay. Don't be afraid to speak up if someone crosses the line. Being self-respecting is the same thing as being greedy. Setting limits and sticking to them builds a wall around your heart that keeps you from getting hurt intentionally. Setting limits is a way to give yourself power. You can take charge of your emotions with them, which makes room for peace, happiness, and inner power. Lesson 3. Stop relying on others' approval. The third step is to stop caring what other people think. People often feel mental pain because they need to be approved of by other people. We get hurt a lot of the time when people don't like us, criticize us, or give us the credit we think we earn. We learn in Buddhism that real happiness comes from inside, not from outside sources. You give up your power when you depend on other people to make you feel good about yourself. No one else can say how much you're worth. The only person who can give you the praise you want is yourself. It's not easy to do this, of course. Many of us learn early on that we need to be approved of by others, like our parents, teachers, friends, and co-workers. On the other hand, it won't matter how much praise you get if you don't already believe in your own worth. Start by learning to accept yourself if you want to get past this. You shall accept yourself just the way you are, flaws and all. Yes, you are flawed, but that's okay. Not a single one. Give yourself praise instead of looking for it from other people. When you accomplish something you're proud of, you should feel good about it. You shall accept yourself and move on after making a mistake. Buddhism says that we already have everything we need. You will need other people to support you less and less as you practice accepting yourself. You'll realize that being happy doesn't depend on what other people think of you. When you stop looking for approval from other people, you stop being hurt when you don't get it. In this step, you'll get your power back, realizing that your worth isn't based on what other people think is important. You're fine the way you are. People who judge or criticize you can't hurt you when you really believe this. Lesson 4. Stay present and reflect. Step 4 is to stay in the moment and think. When you think about the past or worry about the future, it can hurt your emotions. When we keep thinking about bad things that happened or scary things that could happen, we miss the peace that is here and now. It is taught in Buddhism that we only have the present time. The past is over and the future is still a ways off. Focusing on the present frees us from the mental baggage that comes from dwelling on the past or the stress that comes from being afraid of what the future holds. Being present doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or acting like bad things didn't happen. Giving attention to what is happening right now without getting caught up in what was or what might be. This kind of awareness helps you see things clearly and react to them from a wise place instead of an emotional one. Just take a moment to think about what's going on when you feel hurt. Why are you hurt? Is it because of something that's happening now? Or is it because of hurts from the past or fears about the future? When you think about things this way, you can separate the moment from any emotional baggage you may be carrying. This helps you deal with the problem more calmly and with less emotional upheaval. Every day, sit still and focus on your breath for a few minutes. This can help you. This simple mindfulness practice brings you back to the present moment and helps you make it a habit to stay present all day. Being in the present moment will help you let go of mental pain over time because you won't be holding on to hurts from the past or worries about the future. You can stop remembering past pain and dreading future pain if you learn how to stay present. No matter what is going on around you, you will learn to find peace in the present. Lesson 5. Build inner strength. The 5th step is to get stronger on the inside. Everyday life is hard, and when we feel helpless in the face of those hard times, we often feel mental pain. Buddhism, on the other hand, tells us that we all have an amazing amount of power inside us that, when we use it, makes us strong and unbreakable. Knowing who you are and standing firm on that truth gives you inner strength. It's about having a strong sense of self-worth, principles and beliefs. Situations outside of your control are less likely to hurt you when you are sure of who you are. Meditation and thinking about yourself are 2 ways to get stronger on the inside. You can get in touch with your inner self and learn more about who you are by spending time in quiet reflection. This practice helps you let go of the need for approval from other people and gives you the strength to handle life's trials with grace. Having kindness for yourself and others is another way to get stronger on the inside. Being compassionate doesn't mean you're weak or let other people hurt you. It means you go through life with an open heart and are ready to see the humanity in everyone, including yourself. Being compassionate builds a deep well of inner peace that makes it harder for other people to hurt you. You don't have to get angry or frustrated when someone hurts you. Instead, you can show understanding. Even though this doesn't mean you have to put up with bad behavior, it does mean you don't have to let it hurt your feelings. Facing your fears is another part of becoming more inner strong. Emotional pain is often caused by fear, like fear of being turned down, fear of failing, or fear of being hurt again. You become stronger when you face your fears and get through them. You get stronger inside every time you face a task and come out on the other side stronger. Over time, you learn to deal with everything that life throws at you without getting crushed. Being strong inside doesn't mean you never feel sad or hurt. It means being able to recognize those feelings, go through them all the way, and then move on with kindness. You have to know that you have the strength to keep going no matter what. When you get stronger on the inside, things outside of you can't shake you as much. There will still be hard times in your life, but you'll be able to handle them with a steady heart. You'll feel less emotional pain because you'll know you can handle anything. Lesson 6. Focus on growth and positivity. Focusing on growth and good things is the last thing you can do to never feel sad again. There are many things that can teach us something, both good and bad, along the way of life. We change how we feel about suffering when we stop trying to avoid it and instead focus on learning through it. Buddhism says that we shouldn't be afraid of pain. It's a normal part of life that can help us grow if we look at it the right way. Instead of seeing pain as something bad, try seeing it as a chance to grow as a person. Question yourself, what can I learn from this? How does that make me a better, smarter, or stronger person? This change in point of view is strong. It turns hurt into something good and takes away the pain. You start to feel like you have control over your life instead of being a subject of it. You understand that each problem is an opportunity to grow into the best person you can be. To get into this frame of mind, practice thanks every day. There is always something to be thankful for, even when things are hard. When you think about what you have instead of what you don't have, you stay positive and keep mental pain from taking over your life. Being thankful makes your heart open, so you can see the good and beautiful in every situation, even the hard ones. Putting yourself around positive people is another way to focus on growth. This doesn't mean ignoring the truths of life, but it does mean deciding to pay attention to the good things in it. Spend time with people who inspire you, do things that make you feel alive, and watch and read things that are good for your mind and heart. When you bring more good things into your life, mental pain has less room to take hold. Remember that growth, not perfection, is what life is all about. To find peace and happiness inside every growing step, no matter how small, is important. Focusing on growth and the good things in life makes mental pain less powerful. Over time, you learn to see problems as chances to grow and pain as a way to change. Recognizing your feelings, setting clear limits, giving up needing other people's approval, staying present and reflecting, building inner strength, and focusing on growth and positivity are the 6 steps that will help you live a life without emotional pain controlling you. By following these Buddhist lessons, you can build a deep sense of peace, strength, and resilience that will help you get through even the hardest times. You don't have to become numb or shut off your emotions in order to never feel hurt again. It's about learning how to handle the ups and downs of life with grace and understanding. It's about realizing that you can change how you react to things that happen to you, but not always what they are. Remember that these steps are part of a process as you do them. You won't be able to master it right away. Have faith in yourself and enjoy your growth as you go. The more you do these things, the more they will become a part of your everyday life. Soon, the mental wounds that used to hurt so much won't affect you as much. Buddhism's wisdom has the power to help you get past pain and find true happiness. You can live fully, love deeply, and face life with an open, strong, and unshakable heart on this road.